Yo, you feel that? Dog, that's queer retrograde, baby.
Hello and welcome back to our 100th episode of Queer Retrograde. My name is Fritz. I use any pronouns and I am your co-host, joined here today with...
Thank you for the drum roll. I'm Hobbes and I use they, them pronouns. Holy shit, 100 is kind of crazy.
100 episodes!
Yeah, when we get those emails that are like, I think they're usually written by bots, but they're like, we see that you've done, more episodes than what any typical podcast even does in its lifetime. I'm like, yeah, but 100. 100. I don't know what the average is, but I think triple digits feels pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Wow. It's just hitting me. I woke up from a nap.
Yeah, I was like looking at the time, like, are we gonna record? Goes down, Hobbs is sleeping in the hammock.
Listen.
True queer retrograde Cazimi fashion. We love to see it. Yeah, I never knew that we would get to triple digits. I think whenever we started this, I was just like, yeah, this seems fun. We'll see what happens. Like, maybe, 12 episodes. I don't know.
12?
I don't know. I just thought
I thought at least 20.
20, yeah.
Yeah, I think 20 is pretty, committed. But 100's pretty serious.
Yeah.
Especially because, in the beginning, I was just like, oh, we're on season 9. And it's like, we've done how many episodes? But now I feel more accurate about that. Because it was hella iterations.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah. 100 episodes. For those who don't know, we did start out as a Bachelor recap.
Yeah.
Podcast. And then we were like, wow, our audience doesn't really care about The Bachelor that much.
A little
so
saturated.
Yeah, we've made our way through talking about love, relationships, queer people's passion projects. We've had guests from Netflix. We've had guests from where else? All kinds of places.
Yeah, we've had reality stars on, we've had our friends on, we've had mentors on, peers on, everyone. We've had my therapist on.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't even watch The Bachelor like that anymore. I mean, it's been canceled. So things have truly changed. Gosh. Think back. Our first episode I wrote down was October 29th, 2020. Who were you then and who are you now?
Yeah, that's wild.
I was so scared, dude. I really thought we were all gonna die. We are all gonna die.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, we are.
But you thought that day, you're I still have things to do here.
Yeah, and it was such a wild era of self-abandonment. Because I remember thinking to myself, okay, it's month 6 of the pandemic. I'm drinking about it. Times are hard. And I remember taking a job because I was like, well, at least if I have a job, it beats rotting at home. Because at that point, it was your value was just so fragile, more than it usually is, at least for me at the time. I was like, at least if I'm working, I'm doing something. Because I've just been literally rotting, just more than I've ever rotted in my entire life. And by the time you and I were getting together, writing and stuff, this just seemed like a whoa, and it just feels like, a brand new start, and it could be something really fun that could really propel us into the future. And it certainly has. It's been mostly good, fun times on this pod. But that person who I was then, if they were sitting in the room now, I'd be like, baby girl, I know you're not okay. Can I give you a hug and some time to cry?
Yeah.
Because... can you face the man in the mirror?
I feel like we made this podcast because I subconsciously knew I'm about to go through one of the most heartbreaking breakups of my entire adult life. So I need something to get me through. And it sure did. Grateful for that. and then catapulted us into a whole road trip, 4-month road trip all over the US, and seeing how that manifested Cazimi.
This stack of books, I'm sorry. I just realized. The setup of this looks, you see what you see here, but what I'm looking at is crazy and it's just registering to me. But I'm glad you have all these books stacked up on top of the laptop, on top of the phone, on top of the light. But it's good to see Bell Hooks All About Love here, because that was one of my all-time favorite episodes that we talked about and did and met people. Like, it's cool to think, like, the people that have come on and, like, who are friends now, closer friends, chosen family, if you will. Like, my God.
Yeah. My favorite episodes were probably the L word recaps.
Those were fun.
Just because I love doing a recap. Like, I'm glad that we shifted from The Bachelor, but I just wish there was more queer reality TV, because I love doing recaps.
Yeah.
And I just know that if there is another queer reality show that came out that was actually good, not the freaking Ultimatum, oh my God.
Canceled.
It wasn't surrounding, like, heteronormative standards of success for a relationship, then
a true queer show.
We would, like, do so well at
Dude, we should look at YouTube.
So.
I feel like YouTube has stuff like that, but you gotta be willing to dig.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can't even really.
But then it's like,
it.
Who watches it? I guess we could be the promotion to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's stuff out there, right? We just really have to dig. Because I really do, like, I wrote it down, like, yeah, recaps were, like, my favorite iterations of they just come so easily. Like, like watching a show, and I love talking shit while a show is on, and, like, talking shit as I write it down. And getting into it, and choosing sides, and picking fights. I love that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. As far as our most popular episodes go, do you have any guesses?
It's definitely got to be the dating yourself starting pack. People were like, how do I date myself?
Yeah.
And even now I think, like, how would I prepare for that kind of discussion? It would look a little different, but not too different from that first go. But it feels different to me now, that's for sure. Now that I'm in a long-term relationship with myself, it looks a lot different than how it started. But I'm glad that people really took to that shit, because that shit, people say things, but it's like, what are the details? So that was, I'm glad that one was the one that resonated so much. I think our first episode also really hit, because people were like, ooh, what are these guys doing? What's up with those two? And people really wanted the tea. Happy to share. And yeah, it's just been cool to see, like, people get nuggets out. Because I feel like, actually, I have a full thought.
Yeah.
That was it.
Well, you're spot on. Episode 51, if you want to go back and listen, Dating Yourself a Starter Pack.
51, halfway through.
Yep.
50 episodes ago. You know what? I don't know why it wasn't Planet of the Apes. I don't know why y'all didn't like. I ripped so much good shit into that, y'all. Like, I listened back to him. I did it once, and I was like, he's kind of a genius. I wrote that all by myself at the Barnes & Noble. Like, it's good shit.
Yeah.
The movies are really good, too.
I concur. And then the second most popular episode is episode 52, Hob and Fritz solo poly practices, and that time you were dating a best pal but didn't know it, maybe.
Right.
So yeah, I'm talking about dating your friends, dating yourself, and obviously those two top episodes are so linked. They were published side by side, 51 and 52, and yeah, we were just letting the world know about our practices. And I haven't gone back and listened recently, but I feel like I agree with you that everything we said there, if anything, it's just expanded on. So yeah, go back and listen if you're interested. And then our third most popular episode was episode 48 with Hina and lesbian dating culture via TikTok finesse.
People want to hear about dating culture, because even I was just perusing on the YouTube, just looking around, and there was one particular channel called the Queer Collective, and they were talking about dating, and they had 4 really great people, like, just great chemistry with the whole group. I'm like, yeah, this is really, like, so satiating to listen to these kinds of conversations and how people do things, because no matter what, even if you don't agree with how someone's moving, you still get that wonderful clarity affirmation, like, oh, I don't like that, but it's still cool that somebody else is liking that, and when they're in a space where that's just being received so well. I think that those kinds of topics are so important. I think it'd be cool to do more on that kind of stuff. It seems like halfway through this journey we really hit our stride.
We peaked.
We really did peak. And like, because I even wrote down like LMAO, like one of the episodes is called The Challenges of Dating. Is it worth it? And I'm like, yo, like that's a good question. Is dating even fucking worth it? Because it's hard. And I think the hardest part is reckoning with like what you want with how you move. That's been the biggest through line for me, seeing like telling myself, oh, I really want a slow burn, but like not really applying.
I'm gonna go spend the whole week with them in their house.
Absolutely. It's just like seeing how that moves and like kind of really figuring out in real time, like what does it mean to walk the kind of talk that you're talking, while also giving room to like all parts of yourself who does like some drama.
Right.
You know?
Right. No, I agree completely. I think that something I've been thinking about a lot is how my relationship practices literally translate to every single part of my life. Like, even in my interviews that I've been having lately for these jobs, like, they'll be like, oh, so how do you, like, handle feedback or something? And I'm like, well, let me tell you, because I've been on this whole journey, you know, because of my relationships and going through conflict with people. And it's like, that translates into the workplace of like, if I can do that well in my relationships, then I can do it well in a work situation, which I probably low-key care about a little bit less than my intimate relationships, right? So yeah, that's just an example, but there's so many parts of it. Relationships are everything. So, and dating being like, yeah, everything you said. It's like, what do I want? How am I gonna go about finding that thing? But then also staying detached and like ultimately knowing that like everything I yearn for is inside of me, which we talked about in the Artist Way episodes. And yeah, it's all just experience. We're just flowing through experience, and dating is like some of the like fun experience, whether it's fun in the moment or terrible in the moment. It's fun to talk about it. It's fun to reflect on it and to be like, oh my gosh, that's such a wild story, you know? Like, I feel like some people literally just date just for the story.
Oh my god, yeah, it's just good fodder for whatever creative shit you have going on.
Yeah.
Like, my friend Holly, like, that's how she got all of her content for drawing comics. It's just like, you gotta say yes to these unhinged dates. And if you had the, you know, capacity and the time, I had to get off the apps. It's too much. I feel like when you randomize things, like, I really want refined experiences now. That's what I'm craving. Yeah, even if it feels like, because I saw a point being made where it's easier to date from an app because at least then you don't have to go through several dates to find out fundamental differences. Like, it's already just right there on the paper. But like, if you meet someone in person, then you might still find, but I'm like, that's the dance of people. Like, even if we don't align, it doesn't mean that we can't still have something like, we can't still like have a dance between us. Yeah, lean in and let go and still learn something and find something beautiful. Like, and I'm not really interested in the full-on like check mark way of would we even talk. I'm like, yeah, because half the time with dating apps, y'all don't even really want to talk anyway. There's avoidant shit, like, no matter which way you look at it. Right. If you can even get to the in-person thing. Right. So
I feel like for me, it's just like the apps part of dating just hasn't been fun for me. And it's like,
it's gotta be fun.
That's the thing. It's like like, how do I say this?
Como se
our spirits will find each other.
Yeah.
Right? Like, whatever spirits I'm meant to like find for whatever reason or lesson or etc., like, we will find each other. And if I'm not feeling like myself or like feeling I don't know, like just that, yeah, if I'm not feeling in my like oneness while I'm like on the apps, then that just tells me that like that's not the way to that experience, or that's not the way to that spirit. But not saying that I'm like cutting my chances off of like meeting the people I need to meet, you know? But it's just like building that sense of self-trust and trust in the universe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just too good at making up stories. Like, even when I see someone social media, like, it's been helpful to get off of that and be like, whatever they tell me is all I'll know.
Right, because that's the other thing.
It's
People
nothing.
can literally have a whole bio
Mm.
on their dating profile, but you still are not really gonna know how that translates into action until you date them.
Truly, because a lot of it's aspirational.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be someone who's good at conflict resolution, but I'm
Right.
not really there yet.
Right.
It's like, that's cool.
Right.
But we won't know. And there's no part of announcement culture that has ever been 100% accurate towards the experience of anything. I could tell you, people, it's a safe space. You have to find out. You have to find out about everything with everyone, even if it does feel true when they first announce it. Like, you still have to let yourself feel the weight of, like, a truth that's being called in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
and that just comes with time. So if I can't skip the process to actually arrive to something, then, like, I'm just gonna go through the one that I feel like makes it more analog fun for me. Like, I'm challenging myself to be like, do you still have the chops to go up to someone in public and ask for a number to hang out?
Yeah.
Or to you know, even if I'm feeling shy, because I do feel shy at times, or you know, like, especially when it's like you keep running into them, like, are you gonna finally do it? Or maybe just designate, this is what makes this particular place fun, is seeing this one familiar face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's varietals.
Yeah, an abundance of opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
which leads me to...
Oh, we were leading.
Do you have anything else you want to say about Queer Retrograde 100th episode before we transition into the Artist Way?
Maybe look out for more audiobook moments. I think that was a really fun aspect that felt easy to do, and also not just to do, but to, like, generate thoughtful conversation around. I think people are in their book era. Like, let's read books together type shit. It's cute, it's romantic, and it's informative.
Yeah.
So if y'all know any short stories, let a guy know.
Yeah.
We would love to share more of those.
Long format content is making its comeback.
Yeah, no more of this.
8 seconds.
Exactly.
Yeah. So great. Can't wait for that. Millie's here. Millie the cat's here. And one of my other favorite episodes we did was our episode with Charlie McKee about the abundance mindset.
That was a game changer.
And that, I feel like, is so related to the Artist Way week 6.
Dude.
So for those of you who have been following along, I've been sharing my journey with the Artist Way by Julia Cameron. And this week we're on week 6, which is recovering a sense of abundance.
Dude, that feels so weird. Because, like, 2021 just feels like its timeline is sandwiched on top of this timeline. So many things are mirroring each other.
Yeah.
And, like, this was a time where, like, that episode happened.
Yeah.
Also moving back to Richmond. Also just, like, thinking about career. Also trying to think about, like, just attitude to move forward with. And also spending a lot of time in solitude.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, in the book this week, Julia talked about the sort of, like, self-sabotage that we can get in when it comes to the money mindset. I think the example I shared with you was, like, the idea, oh, if I want to be an actress, that means I'll have to, like, wait tables to make money or something like that. But, like, the sort of double standard that we set for ourselves, because we think that, oh, if I need money, that means I have to work hard. It has to be rugged. It has to be, like, something
horrible.
Yeah. And one of the quotes that I wrote down was, as you expect God to be more generous, God will be able to be more generous to you. Because, plot twist, it's you being generous to yourself, being
it's from within.
Right.
Would have thought.
Yeah, but do you feel like, I mean, I think that we're both going through this phase right now where we're, like, kind of looking to what this next step in our money making or career kind of journey looks like while we're building these stepping stones towards making Cazimi more financially sustainable.
Yeah.
So what kinds of internal self-sabotage or dialogue have you been wrestling with when it comes to like making money, or like what you feel like you have to do in order to be financially, sound?
Yeah, it's a little close to the bone for what I've been doing just the last 48 hours. Yeah.
Great news, y'all. We have got a mushroom hookup for y'all. I have been microdosing on and off for a few years now and can definitely say that when I'm on top of my dosing, my baseline is calmer, freer, and more open-minded. That's because a major benefit of microdosing is its ability to enhance neuroplasticity, your brain's natural ability to adapt, rewire, and recover from dysfunction. Mycelium combines the healing benefits of ancient medicine with science-backed nootropics and adaptogens. Each blend is packed with unique benefits. Mycelium offers a wide variety of products, making it easy to integrate microdosing into your day-to-day life. Hobbes loves their coconut creamer, and I'm really into the capsules for love because, of course, I'm a little lover boy. Click the link in our show notes and use the code Cazimi for 20% off your purchase. Again, use the link in our show notes, and the code is Cazimi, Cazimi, for 20% off your purchase.
Yeah, generating options without reckoning with my intentions, just to see and lean back onto things I've already done. Like for me right now, the boxing match in my brain is one guy, he's like, come on man, we have this whole skill we like created for 10 years. You're so good at it. You can bartend, you can just go back in hospitality. It's fed you, clothed you, put a roof over your head, like just go back. And I'm like, okay, but like more specifically, like what about the other things I want to do? And the other guy's like, what do you mean what other things you want to do? And I'm like, well, I kind of feel like having had the experience of building Cazimi with you last year, I'm like, okay, I can't really hide behind the ignorance of like, I don't know what it's like to start a new business. I'm like, I do know what it's like. And I'm thinking about things that I want to be able to offer people in a mindset that kind of hits the same crux that Cazimi hit, where it's like, these services should be free, but also I need to feed myself. And I also need to acknowledge like what energy I'm putting into them, even if it feels like the energy I'm able to supply to these services is a surplus for my own sense of life force. So reckoning with like, okay, also just approach. I think when you think about what you want to do, it's best to not let it get from a place of, well, what will this literal hour look like? How much is this literal hour worth? And I'm like, okay, I really do need to think about that, because I have goals in mind for like buying a house, having a place to stay, and like taking responsibility for that, and still being able to, I don't know, buy the nice coffee every now and again,
Right.
and take myself on trips and shit like that. So I'm trying to graduate from fighting with the guy who's like, just go back to the hustle of what we knew, because that did afford me a lot of cool things. Like it got me pretty much 3 years off working, like, or not working in that way anymore, right? Like a whole year of road tripping was granted from like my hustle of 10 years, and like other 2 years of really being in the dream of doing what I actually wanted to be doing. So I think most of it's just like chatter, like in my brain. I just have to kind of like let all of the fears like talk themselves into, I don't know, exhaustion, because they're all like, well, we've never done it like this before. And I'm like, yeah, but we've also like have done a lot of new things in the last few years, and it's worked out great. So always trying to balance practical with the dream, but also I'm really enjoying how many no's I'm getting. Like when I was applying my energy towards, okay, like let me just text the people who I know who know what's good in the hospitality landscape of Richmond. Like I was thinking like, well, this particular job would be more hours, but probably pay me the most, and also it would just require a lot more from me. But they were like, oh, like they're already overstaffed, and I'm like, oh, what a relief. It's like, okay, like
then you know
you didn't even really want it, bro.
No,
like, can
exactly.
we skip this part? And I'm like, yeah. And I feel like the universe is just like really pushing me there,
mm-hmm.
and also not really letting myself self-abandon this time, which I'm like, that's great, but also still kind of scary because I feel like a lot of what I want to be doing and can offer is just like not, I don't know anyone who does it or like moves in the way of how I see myself moving, bro. Like
what's new?
Right. And it's just constantly surrendering all the time. And it's like,
yeah,
even as I'm sitting, you know, at the beach and I'm like staring up at the sky, letting the sand pour over me, and I'm like, bro, like, what do you, just staring up at the sky, but just like almost in shame through my question of like, what should I do next? It's just like, well, yeah, this is part of your process. Like when I watch RuPaul and I see those girls freak the fuck out before they turn out one of the most beautiful runway looks I've ever fucking seen. And they're like, girl, you were freaking out for what? And they're like, it's part of my process.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's part of my process too, to freak the fuck out for a while and also feel existentially bored about everything before I give birth. This is part of my birthing process. I'm a mom and I'm giving birth to my next era. And it's like, the pain for me isn't through like, you know, shoving something through my vaginal canal. It's truly just I don't know what's gonna happen next, but like letting that be okay, which I'm sure is not uncommon, but here we are.
Yeah,
just, you know, staying up late thinking too much and telling myself I can't really afford to think about this anymore. Asking questions of my cards and being like, you know what you need to do next, you just need to initiate. And I'm like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
And just do it anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. Totally. I look forward to it. I pulled open a passage while you were talking because I was like, that little whisper. Yeah. We want a God that feels like a fat paycheck and a license to spend as we please. Listening to the siren song of more. We are deaf to the still small voice waiting in our soul to whisper, you're enough. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all things will be added to it, we have been told, often since childhood, by people quoting from the Bible. We don't believe this, and we certainly don't believe it about art. Maybe God would feed us and clothe us in a pinch, but painting supplies, a museum tour of Europe, dance classes, God's not about to spring for those, we tell ourselves. We cling to our financial concerns as a way to avoid not only our art, but also our spiritual growth. Our faith is in the dollar. I have to keep a roof over my head, we say. Nobody's going to pay me to be more creative. We are awfully sure about that. Most of us harbor a secret belief that work has to be work and not play, and that anything we really want to do, like write, act, dance, must be considered frivolous and be placed a distant second. This is simply not true.
Yeah. I mean, these kinds of words always wind up in a place where like half of me is like, fuck yeah, and the other part of me is like, well, does that still apply in these conditions? Like in these chaotic conditions, like, could it? And is it a matter of, and I think that it spirals down to my core wound of comparison, because I end up comparing not just myself with others, but I go to the existential, like comparing our timeline with past timelines, and like how hard has it ever been for a person to have this reckoning and to actually move through it.
Right.
Can it be done? Will it be done? Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, it will, because it sounds like you don't have any other choice.
I really don't. It's really not giving me any other freaking choice at this point.
And that's the thing. That's what I love about being around you, is like your acceptance of the no's and sitting in all that comes along with that, right? It's not just like, no, okay, great, moving on. It's like, no, okay, there's like annoying, disappointment, like frustration, guilt, whatever it is that comes up. And it's just like, all right, we're going to sit with that now and let it pass, and just like, Yeah. It's, of course, I'm someone who always wants to have a plan and have things go to plan. And it's just, again and again, just a reminder of like, that's not life. And like, so now going into things where it's like, if I really want this, like, for example, the job I just interviewed for, I'm like, I really want this. Like, I was looking at their website. I started getting excited. I'm like, I can actually work for something I give a shit about. Like, this is nuts. But it's also like, I think I even said to my Aunt Nancy, because so many people applied for this position, I'm like, it would be a miracle if I get this. But I'm like, I am a miracle, though.
Yeah.
You know? And like, so with that belief of like, yes, this can happen. And of course, I'm going to work the best I can to like just show them that like this is my job, you know, but also knowing that if it is a no, like that is protection too. Like that is the universe telling us like, no, don't fucking do this again, you know?
Yeah, it's a muscle to work, and I think it's easier to work it in the job sphere than it is in the relationship sphere. Rejection. If a job rejects me, I'm like, you have no idea how high I can fly. And if you read the articles on Alice Sparkly Cat and the value of and the disadvantage of not having a Leo in the workspace, like we're the reason why people come to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
High key.
Like it what's gonna happen next energy kind of thing. And like the fun, the warmth, like we all every sign has a purpose in the workspace. And like to me, I'm like, well, maybe they already have their Leo. Like that's cool. Can't have but so many. You know, it's too much fun. Did we get any work done? But for me, I'm like, well, maybe no's are okay. It's a positive no.
Yeah.
Always with work.
So the second part of the text was talking about luxury, which is really funny because I know you just went through that whole luxury interview thing. But
Capital One, man.
Yeah. So
Sheesh.
Basically in the book, she's talking about how like luxury is different for everyone, but it can be like the smallest thing that feels like a luxury that we still cut ourselves off from just because we're like, well, we're not rich, so we don't deserve luxury, right? Like having a water carafe. I don't know why that just came. I think because you were just drinking water out of your mason jar. I'm like, a water carafe is so luxury, but like it's so simple. You just go to the thrift store and spend $5 or whatever, right? So I'm curious to hear what authentic luxury is for you.
Authentic luxury. Oh, I mean, the first thing that came to mind was if you have the time, space, and ability to make your way to a spa for the day. Yep. It turns your page every time.
That's exactly what I wrote down.
Yeah. Because you have all four corners of peace offered to you because everyone that you're around is in the exact same mindset as you. I've never had a bad experience at the spa. It's full of mommy girls who are like, get naked, do what you need to do. Like I got a cut one time, and the way like mommy girl spa lady like wrapped it up for me, like one lady was like, I can't get the clasp on my necklace, and the way I helped her, and then later she's like, thank you so much, even though it was really like nothing, but it was everything because we were under the same sun of this is a place where we're not trying to stress and we can help each other get there, and the food is good, atmosphere is wonderful. Like the spa is pretty top notch, but if I can't get to the spa, I was thinking of this movie called When the Party is Over. I wouldn't advise watching it. It takes a bit of a turn, but Sandra Bullock's in it, and it's like she meets this guy who I'm like, this is like a prequel to Practical Magic because she meets a pretty like witchy like alternative guy in LA. I forget what exactly he says, so the paraphrase being that he's like, oh, like in life, you just need very simple things you can access that make you feel like a king. And for him, it was a really big sandwich. And I'm like, that's how I feel too. Like when I can make a really good like sandwich for myself and feel deliciousness happening, like that for me feels pretty luxurious. I feel like when I'm allowed to have a day outside with no real plan, but like the plan's kind of built into the environment, I always feel like a god. Yeah. And when I get to sit in the back seat of any car, that's luxury to me. Because I'm like, can think about whatever I want back there, windows down, have my headphones in, I feel like a kid again. And that's always great. And also days where I take myself out and I don't really have a plan, but I'm able to just like receive the world and like receive inspiration. just by walking around the city and spending time, honestly, with like, yeah, ancestors, just through the atmosphere. I feel like anything is possible, but not really like giving my full power over to just anyone I'm running into like I used to, and be like, are you gonna give me the most enchanting night of my life? I'm like, I'm already doing it.
Yep.
So
exactly.
everything else is a la carte.
Just spaciousness.
Spaciousness. Yeah, too long didn't read. Definitely spaciousness.
Yeah.
Rollerblading with headphones always hits too. Yeah. What do you think?
No, I totally agree. Like, I feel the most myself whenever I'm just like laying on the ground with the sun shining on me. Like, it's so simple.
Lizard shit.
Lizard shit. Literally, like, when I see the turtles like up on the log and they're just like sunning, I'm just like, that is my mirror. Yeah. That is my mirror. That is my compass. And yeah, it's even better if I can, like, you know, have a little smoky beforehand and just like fully let my brain just like powering down, you know. Good food, like, and honestly, good food at this point to me is food that we make for ourselves.
Yeah,
like,
with the exception of Chicken Fiesta.
There's a few like go-tos that are good, right? Chicken Fiesta, we have like a sushi place that has a roll that's really good. Thai food.
Honestly though, out of all those, still yet, if you were like, I have a recipe in mind I'm really excited about, I'd be like, I'm gonna take that over any restaurant any day of the week. Someone who's in the mood to cook and it's about to throw down, I'll wait.
And the Artist Way journey has been really affirming in that way of like, creativity already shows up in my life, in our life, like so much. And it's just acknowledging like being creative doesn't always mean like you're making a piece of art, you know. But it's like, for me, being someone who went to art school, it's like I do need to kind of like heal that part of myself that's like, make it, you're on a deadline, you know. Like, and so actually that was one of the tasks for this week, was like create, what was it was like creation, like bake something, cook something. And like, she wrote in the book, like, whenever she's having writer's block, she goes and tries a new recipe. And that's how she gets past her writing block.
I love that.
Yeah. And so some of the other things from this week were, exercise-wise, money counting, which I did not do. But it's like keeping a little notebook in your wallet and then just writing down like how you're actually spending every single dollar throughout the week, and what that looks like. And yeah, I know people do this for like budgeting and stuff, but I didn't.
Writing down everything you spent.
Yeah. And I think it's just to illuminate, like, oh, damn, like, I didn't want to spend $8 on this, like, really nice notebook for myself, but I spent $11 on a matcha latte, you know?
I think I carry around that saying, yeah. As soon as my friend was like, wow, so you'll spend $15 on a cocktail, but not this shirt you probably wear 3 days a week, I was like,
exactly.
You're breaking my brain.
Right.
Because perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll probably try to do that in the next few weeks, just to see what comes of it.
That's real.
And then there was one called Money Madness, which was interesting. It was 20 different phrases, and you're just supposed to go through them quick. People with money are blank. Money makes people blank. I'd have more money if blank. My dad thought money was blank. So it's kind of getting into like the origins of these like patterns, and these sort of preconditions, but also like illuminating the almost like, the blocks or the like stereotypes that you have in your head.
Yeah, even just off those that you said, I was like, ooh, we still have some fear to work through.
For sure. Like the money makes people blank one, I was like, yikes, I actually like feel some type of way.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's gonna be me someday, you know? So I need to like not judge myself for having money.
Right.
Like having money, like money is just energy. And like this is said to us a million times, I know, but like it's hard to actually
to really
download
embody
it. It's like money is
it
just
as knowledge.
energy, and it's like really like having gratitude for that energy. Like I think even when I have money in my own bank account, sometimes I'm like, ugh, that money that I had to like work for, whatever ick I have in my head about it, right?
Well, it's hard because it deals in like you can't. I think most often than not, like from a lot of the perspectives that I feel myself near, like our idea of money is a lot different than our reality of money. Like I feel a lot different around love because I can feel and see a lot more access to love in my own life and like the outer world. But money often feels like an us versus them situation.
Right.
That even the people with much, I don't see much of those people with much use money in a way that I would use if I had much.
Right.
Because even if I've never had that much, I still know proportionally I'm giving a lot more than people with much have ever given in their lives.
Right.
Whether through, towards like bettering my own sense of self or like literally to people I love or to charity or whatever it may be.
Or just volunteering your time and energy.
Exactly.
Right.
So it feels really hard to reckon with like my attitude on something that feels like I don't have a good role model for it.
Yeah.
And my own relationship with it feels like something that's happening to me, even though I've seen a lot of life without much of it. And it's kind of have felt, from a privileged standpoint, of course, that it's not as relevant to my quality of life when certain things. Because, if we did have all of our basic needs met, then, you don't really think about money that much. Because you're like, okay, if it's the difference between me going on a trip or not, it's like, what feeling do I want from the trip? Oh, okay. How can I access that with what I have right now? And that's just been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the last few years. So it feels like putting together, this phrase keeps coming back, a square into a circle hole a little bit with money, because it's so conceptual and so different.
Yeah, it's easy to build up resentment towards it.
Yeah.
But then that resentment translates into our own relationship with it because it's energy, because it's
because they've committed the perfect crime. And when I say they, I mean the government. Like, it still feels that relationship where we're the kids in this country and like the government's the parents, and they're like severely in debt, and they tell us, no, we can't get you lunch money, you gotta pack your lunch. But then you see them buy a new house and you're like, I thought we didn't have enough for $20 a week? Like, I ran the numbers, I figured it out, I presented it to you, and you still told me we don't have it like that. And it's like, no, it's actually not even about the have, it's really just, I don't want to do it. I don't fucking like you enough. Because it is about I don't like you enough. In fact, I kind of hate you. Energy from the government.
Right.
Like, they hate poor people.
Right.
So I'm like, wow, it really is the perfect crime to keep people feeling like, because I do believe in that quote, like, your perception of the world is a confession of your own character. In that, with money, I'm like, that kind of does feel like a whole other final frontier in my mind of like, I throw so much of my power of it away because I'm like, well, the people that have a lot of it are just assholes. And it's like, but what can I really do with that statement? How can I alchemize that energy if I just kind of give up at that cul-de-sac of thought all the time when money is energy?
Exactly.
I don't know. I haven't figured it out.
Right. So I think that's what this week is trying to contemplate ultimately. Some of the other exercises were, there was two natural abundance tasks. So one was finding like 5 different flowers out in nature.
That's cute.
One was finding 5 different leaves and pressing them, that sort of thing. We also made a favorites list, which was really fun. So favorites in the following categories: cars, dogs, flowers, trees, fruits, vegetables, desserts, entrees, musical groups, and colors. And it was like, damn, like there's a lot of all of these things actually. Like that's wild.
Yeah.
So that was great. And then I already talked about the creation one. There was a communication one, which I thought of you. I was like, Hobbs would love this. Send postcards to 5 friends.
Easy.
This is not a goody two shoes exercise. Send to people you would love to hear from.
Not a goody too.
I know, right? I was like, what kind of people are reading this?
Don't kiss ass. It's really like, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there were some clearing ones as well, because obviously for new energy to flow in, we got to clear some stuff out. So like any ratty clothing or old clothes that you don't feel good in or that kind of thing, or any changes in your home environment that we're feeling inspiring. And then of course accepting whenever the wealth comes in, however it comes in. So just noticing if there's any new flow in your life and practicing saying yes to freebies. If someone wants to give you something for free, say yes, which I know we're great at.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I'm like the last 3 years is like one of my favorite takeaways is that I've gotten really good at receiving. Like really good.
Mm-hmm.
And for what I would like to receive next, where would I be without all this practice?
Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
Like that's nice to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then we did return to the basic principles, which I read in a past episode. And then one of my favorite things that we've done so far has been the artist prayer, which I wrote mine and it's above my altar and I say it every single morning now. And it has just been so grounding for me. It's just like a reminder of like, you are everything that you are like asking for. You are like all of the emotions that you feel are the waves of like your life, and you can ask for support in that too. And like just you're not alone, you're safe, like all the things, and that's just been amazing. So this week was an intentional like ask to revisit the artist prayer, but I've already been doing it every single day since week 4.
Man loves a prayer.
So that's great.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the other like the weekly things, the morning pages, I've still been doing them, but I will say some days it's a page. It's not the full 3 pages, like we've been doing a lot.
I'll allow it.
We've been doing a
I'll
lot.
allow it. I won't tell.
And then my artist date this week was super simple. I was like, let me just go for a walk.
Yeah.
But I counted it because I pre-planned it. I was like yesterday, I was like, or not yesterday, but the day before I went, I was like, I need to do my artist date. I'm going to take myself on a walk. And then I did it.
Did you take a new path?
Well, yeah, because we were staying in Richmond, so we were in an entirely new neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
So I just explored that area. And it was fun. I love seeing what people do, like with their landscaping and especially people with little yards. Like there's so much you can do with a small amount of space, and I just love seeing what people do with that. Yeah. Have you had any major synchronicities that have come up lately for you or have been standing out? Because for me, every single week is the same. It's the numbers.
The numbers. Yeah, synchronicities.
Speaking of our number 1 episode being episode 51.
Yeah. 5 plus 1.
5 plus 1 is 6.
6 indeed. Yeah, 6 for sure. Other synchronicities, nothing's really coming to mind. I think I'm in a place looking for signs and asking for signs and getting answers through not seeing those signs. So, yeah, I don't know. Nothing's really coming to mind. I think my dreams have just been really vivid, and conversations with spirit have just been very like the brat in me wants to say, oh, I'm hitting a wall. It's like, no, like we've given you instruction. Go forth, child, and go do it. And I'm like, but, and they're like, there's no more buts. There's no more buts. If you say you're confused, you're playing around. Like, if you say, like, you don't know anymore, like, you're playing dumb, like, you're legitimately, like, playing games.
When you resisting it's like, it's all self-will. Yeah. And it's like, you resisting is probably actually more work than you just doing what you need to do. For
sure. Because, like, yeah, it's always that balance of, like, am I resting or am I procrastinating? And, like, it'll literally get to I guess the synchronicity was this. Like, I was, like, doing that stuff, the playing around with my confusion, pseudo-confusion. And, like, literally, I'll get a message directly from, like, the pattern. And it's like, have you considered maybe just taking a step at all versus trying to create the perfect next step to take? And I'm like, that feels so basic, but also, like, really well timed. Like, part of me would love to continue being a brat and be like, oh, that's just so basic, like, you know, whatever. Like, I'm very good at, like, just feeling like, oh, because it's so universal, it has nothing to do with me. And I'm like, that's the opposite of everything we know. Because, yeah, if it is, sometimes most of the things we need to do just are that simple. So.
Right. It doesn't have to be all at once. I mean, I don't know.
Transition, I'm just like, I think there's just been so much transition, and there always will be transition. I'm like, always kind of teetering, like taking it easy while also just like do what you know you need to do so that you can start like moving along and all those things. Because I'm like equal parts like annoyed and like all the feelings. Yeah. Grateful and like excited, but also like reluctant around like yeses and nos. So I'm like, oh, if it's a yes, now I gotta do it. Now I have to show up. Yep. And do it, even though, yeah, I think it's just like the baseline. I'm just contending with like existential boredom. Honestly, it's really getting to me because I'm like, bro, like even when I think about things that excite me, they just aren't right now, and I'm like, this is just a time.
Where are you at in your cycle?
Yeah. Like with my eggs?
Yeah.
Oh, I just bled. So I'm about to come into some energy.
Yeah, so check back next week.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like it's like ongoing because like a lot of patterns right now are like letting go of identity and like reflection and evolution. And yeah, I think post Saturn return, you're kind of really taking stock of like the person that you were, the person that you are now, and like, do you accept and like still yet how much you'll change. And through all of that downloading, it feels like boredom because it's like, how could I possibly take on anything more when just so much just happened.
Right. Yeah, because it's forever. Yeah.
So a little boredom is affordable. I think it's a good sign.
Definitely.
I'd rather this than depression. So.
Right. It's boredom. Boredom is like some of the most fun play dates happen in boredom.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is that play date with yourself going to be moving forward?
Who's to say?
Yeah. Well, I look forward to it. Speaking of transition and change and boredom and exhaustion, I am halfway through this Artist Way journey. Thank you. And I will be taking a week off.
Well, yeah, then surmise for me like how it's just been. I haven't listened to your episodes yet. But how's it coming along? Any surprises along the way? Do you feel like perhaps you could have written this book yourself?
It's a lot of really good reminders for sure. I think there are certain examples of things or ways that she phrases things that kind of relight them in my mind in a new way. I think starting up the morning pages again is always a great idea.
Yeah.
Because I am someone who has a lot of mind chatter, and getting it out on paper can relieve me of that. I will say the morning pages and the meditation practice, like my meditations have gotten shorter because it's not that they're competing, but I am trying to find that balance of having, like, doing all of this without my morning practice taking like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, you know, when I was only meditating in the morning, it was like I would meditate for an hour, but I would do it in an online group where by the end of it, I was on there for like an hour and a half or more. And then if I'm doing this, where I'm doing the morning pages, 3 full pages, plus whatever exercises, it's like that's, you know, 2 hours maybe sometimes, depending on how much how slow I'm writing, how much I'm pausing to kind of like let things come in between sentences or whatever, or how long the exercises take, etc. So yeah. Anyways, that's logistical stuff, but that's what comes up for me because that's
cat man.
But yeah, overall I think I think I have definitely felt more connected to my sense of possibility and freedom to do whatever I want, which is great. That is creativity. Like that is very fertile ground for creativity. I want to take this week off because we're just going through a lot of transition, and I struggled to get through this week, to be honest. Week 6, I was like, there's just so much going on, so much like, and I didn't have my sense of like routine, or because like we weren't here in like a space that felt familiar. So then transitioning to a completely new space, I'm just like, I'll still do the morning pages, but like adding on, I'm trying to pare down and just make everything as easeful as possible for myself. So taking this week off, and then whenever I return, it will be week 7, recovering a sense of connection.
Yeah. How do you feel like it's been contributing to like your sense of your own internal belief system?
My own internal belief system. Around something in particular, or just in general?
In general. Like in Fritz We Trust, how's it coming?
Yeah. I think like, I mean, everything I was saying about the artist prayer kind of is what's coming up for me again. I'm just like, kind of everything is in service of or in collaboration with like something much larger than like we can kind of comprehend in these meat suits. So surrendering to that, but I know that ultimately just means surrendering to myself. And yeah, I don't think it's necessarily like dramatically altered my belief system or changed my belief system, but it's helped me come more into like alignment with what I already knew, and I'm just like fighting myself a bit less.
Good.
Yeah.
Some wholeness.
Like when I know I want or need something now, it's just like I recognize it and then I ask for it. Like there's not a lot of like, oh, should I, shouldn't I, like that kind of thing.
Right.
So that's really helpful, because it's like, even what you're talking about, it's like, I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's creativity. Whatever you're meant to be you're meant to be expressing something right now. It's creative energy that wants to come out of you.
Yeah. And
it's like, this book is really just a way to like literally empower yourself to get there. Just like get there, you know? Yeah. So that's helpful in so many different avenues of life. Like even like cooking dinner, like how many times we're like sitting on the couch, like scrolling on our phone and we're like, oh, I should cook. Like, it's like, you having the idea of something to cook means that now needs to like come through you. It needs to, like, that's energy. That's like the money thing that we're talking about, of like, if money wants to come to you, or like if you really want that energy to come to you money-wise, like it also wants you.
Yeah.
It's like the food wants to be made as much as you want to make it, right?
It's never unrequited love.
Right.
That's encouraging.
Yeah. So we'll end on that. Unless you have anything else to say. Audiobooks, 100th episode, The Artist's Way. Great.
That's the thing. I don't really feel like I do have a lot to say these days, which is just another point towards what I need to be doing, which is the work that involves just a lot of listening.
Mm-hmm.
Listening and synthesizing.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, what's to come is just some grief work and synthesizing and just getting into a state of presence that I feel like people are feeling from ChatGPT, but actually really want from another person who wants to hear what they have to say about the loves of their own lives. So that's where I'm headed.
Amazing.
Though kind of dragging my feet.
Yeah, take your time. It's always going to be there for you.
Yeah, but it's also like, boom, boom, boom. Like, come on, boy, get outside. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Transition. Yeah, but yeah, great times ahead. You know, QR headquarters is coming back to Richmond. That's great news for everyone involved. I know we're a blessing to have
100%
anywhere we go, but especially in the great beautiful RVA.
Yeah.
So, yeah, excited to throw maybe like public office hours and just like have people come through and just. I just want to be out here and, you know, in a very European style. We drink our little coffees, have a little ciggy, and just like talk about the things that really matter to us without it necessarily always looping back to existential capitalist crisis.
I love that. The endless conversation pit.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're so right about like intentional listeners. Like that is what we need right now. Right?
Absolutely, because that's like the missing ingredient. Like because like when I really think about like my relationship with you, right, and I think about how many stories you've heard me say and how many times you've heard each individual story, I came to grips with myself where I was like, when I think how many times you've also been like you're not, oh, I've already heard that. No, but like I there's times that come up where I'm like, they know that about you, bro. You don't have to like bring that up as like a, I don't think it's like as a defense system or even like a, I still haven't changed about this, but it's like more so, damn, my point is literally flying away as I speak.
Like explaining yourself or something like that.
Yes, and also giving credit to where credit's due of like, I have been heard.
Yeah.
I have been heard. And I think if there is a way to offer that back to people, like conversations could actually move forward in the ways that I feel myself craving in a bigger scheme. Because it's the echo chambers of frustration. But I think if we were able to, and I do feel called to be like stewarding this kind of turn towards, okay, like let's talk about different things, but also like let's ask new questions, because I think the birth of ChatGPT was like, okay, like, are you good at asking questions? That's huge. And like when I was listening to Jessica Lanyadoo, like her podcast, Ghost of a Podcast, very brilliant, and I listened to this week's full moon situation, and something that really impacted me, she's like, you have to be really mindful about what questions you bring, whether it's to tarot or to astrologers, whatever, because if you don't ask the right question, you're not gonna scratch that itch, and then you're just spinning your wheels. And I'm like, that's so true. And like for me, I'm like, okay, like I need to birth the questions that I feel like people need to be asked so that they can just say the thing, and then also give them something physical back of like, I heard you. You've been heard. Like, cool. And then we can get somewhere else.
Yep. Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Processing,
but like together, like co-regulation beyond romantic relationships, co-regulation beyond best friends or just inner circle shit, like co-regulation beyond, you know, blowing off steam at the bar. Like what other kinds of co-regulation can we offer that's where my question lies and where I'll be going. So you'll see me out there at the cafes. And I even want to make like a little sign that says, approach the bench.
Yes.
Like down to talk, you know, about whatever it may be. So I think, we just need to be more on the fly. We can't keep telling each other, go to therapy. It's like, no, talk to your neighbor. But also as neighbors, we need to be like, talk to me. I want to hear. I want to listen.
I love it. I'm looking forward to this next chapter. I've loved however many of the 100 episodes that we've recorded together. Probably 90.
So many.
Probably like 90 or 75.
At least 75. For sure.
Episodes that we've recorded together. And
do you notice how different you feel recording now to then? Because I think before I always felt a lot more like flighty on the inside about like making sure I was very like over prepared and making sure that like the equality of like contribution, like am I listening as much as I'm talking and those sorts of things. But now I just
I feel so chill, so confident about it. Like it's very I will say my first episode back, The Artist Way, I was nervous.
Yeah.
Because I had
it's different when it's just you.
A while off. And it was just me.
Yeah.
And I do think that there can be some nerves when we have a third guest, just because I take that responsibility of sharing someone else's story so seriously. And I know that it needs to be done with so much like care and intention and all of that.
Yeah.
But when it's just you and me, like, that's day and night. So
Tuesday.
Yeah.
And it is Tuesday.
Yep.
No, I hear you though. But even now I feel like one of my friends told me like, you'll never get to the bottom of someone. And like, that just makes conversation that much easier. Because it's like, stories are really important to share, but also knowing there's always going to be part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Totally.
And then breaks. Then looking back, hindsight 2020, those stories will change again.
Yeah.
So it's like way less pressure on any one iteration of this is what's on my heart. For now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Come a long way.
We have.
I'm proud of us.
Me
like
too.
Wow, like it's definitely been one of our cool kids. You know.
For sure.
Definitely one of our cool kids.
Yes.
Like went, took a gap year, did their own thing, and was like came back and like, I was traveling the world. I was walking the earth.
Went and lived for a little bit.
Yeah.
Went on a food and wine tour.
I've always looked forward to making episodes and publishing episodes, regardless of outcome. And like this creative practice specifically, I think is the easiest one to look towards. Like as to like, what are we doing again? It's like you're just chopping it up, having some fun, posting it out there. It'll be for whoever it's for, but not really that tied to like. So I'm telling you again, how many emails we get over like, I can help you optimize your podcast. And I'm just like, nothing inside of me cares. Just like, bro, it's forever who finds it. Who gives a fuck? Like, damn. Tell people like and subscribe. If they want to like and subscribe, they'll like and subscribe.
That's the anti-dating app translated to the podcast.
For sure. So,
yeah, if you've been here for 1 episode or 100 episodes, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting us.
Wait. If you've listened to all 100 episodes, please reach out.
For real.
I feel like we should send you something. No liars. But if you've done that, I would really like to know. Because, I think there's something that you should receive in your mailbox.
Agreed.
Your physical mailbox. Who doesn't love snow mail?
Yeah, agreed.
That's a beautiful thing. And I'll have some questions if I suspect of any lying.
Oh, it's going to be vetted.
Yeah. It'll be a quiz. It's like a quiz. I want to know. But really, if you've done it, wow, thank you so much.
Yes.
You've listened to these 2 people talk about and bear it all over 6 years. That's loyalty. You're a loyal bitch.
Loyalty.
You could put that on your resume and you could put that on your dating app if you have one.
Definitely.
You're loyal.
Yeah.
Please reach out.
Yep. So,
Don't lie to us.
Right. Don't lie to us. Yeah. Anything else before we sign off?
You can tell a white lie. It's okay if you miss 1 episode. But really like 100. I have nothing else to say.
great.
I'm just lingering in the doorway just because I'm happy to be
Yes,
back.
I'm
It's
happy
been so
you're
great.
back too. This
My
was great.
gosh.
Thank you for joining me in our 100th episode. Couldn't have done it
Yeah.
alone. Obviously, it had to be with
No.
both of us. So.
Oh my god, yeah. You should have made a whole Zoom call with everyone who's ever been on. Like 30 people.
Oh my
Get
gosh.
Chloe, my therapist, back on here. She'd have loved that.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
She'd have loved that.
Yeah, I mean that's Cazimi. That's what we're building, right? A house where all of our guests can come hang out. So, but for now, we will sign off. Won't talk to you next week, but we'll be back the week after.
Taking a break
with week 7 of The Artist's Way. And till then, stay well, y'all.
Don't lie. Did you listen to all of them or not?
Please, dear God, keep the gay agenda alive and tell your gay friends about this gay-ass podcast. Bless, bless, bless.